What's goody, folks? Boy, Omen G. Thank you for joining me for another episode of Primetime Omen. What are we going to talk about tonight? Well, it's been an interesting week so far. Yesterday was my daughter's birthday. Happy birthday, Amadi Sierra Mitchell. She's 20 years old, sophomore in Wellesley University, or college, whatever one it is. Doing big things. Proud of her. What else? I have officially severed all business ties with a business I won't name, because if I do, then I'll be seen as trashing a small business. And although it is never my intention to trash small businesses, it is my intention to bring up things which are being portrayed as something that they are not. Just not a good business person, this person. Not a good business person. You don't treat people that work for you, or work with you, or do things for you the way this person does, and then expect that that's going to be the normal way that things work. No. I'm not going to take it from corporate America. I'm not going to take it from anybody else. So, sorry, but not sorry. I mean no ill will towards anybody. I'm not going to try to stop anybody from doing anything. They can do their thing. But stay out of my way, that's all I'm saying. You made it perfectly clear that you give no shits about what I'm doing. So it's just my business. Now let's move on. Let's see. I'd like to give a shout out to the family, the officer who lost his life trying to save the 14-year-old boy that was drowning in the pond. It's like I was trying to say when I said what I said about police. They're not all the same. There are some who actually go into the job because they want to help people. And unfortunately for them, they end up being the ones who lose their lives, trying to do their job. So my heart goes out to him and his family. My heart also goes out to the family of the young boy that didn't make it. My heart also goes out to the young girl who was killed yesterday in Massachusetts, I believe it was Saugus, in a head-on collision with a guy who wanted to steal some shit and then run. And unfortunately it happened so quick, it's hard to say who's at fault, And in a situation like that, it's always easy to blame, people want to blame the police, obviously, they chased the guy. But the guy was going to run regardless. He was going to run. It's not like he was going to rob the place and stay there. So, before you jump to blame anybody, let's blame the asshole who went into a store, robbed it at gunpoint, and then took off, and then went down the wrong side of the road, and unfortunately ended the life of someone who went into a profession and was studying to help people. A piece of shit human killed a human who was looking to devote their life to taking care of other humans. And that's unfortunate and that's sad. So for those three families, I send my best wishes. Though that is not going to bring back any of your loved ones, just know that there are people out here who do give a fuck about the pain of loss. Now let's try to bring the tempo and the mood up. I just sat here, blended up some sauces. I got this Guavabana scotch. I've got this Eldorado's Gold. This one, I believe, is the Blood of Chaos, the new Blood of Chaos. I'm not sure what that one is. I know this is the newest and last Shango's Tears. I don't remember what this one is. these two I'm not sure. I think this one is, oh, this one is apricot. That's right, apricot. Like apricot, but apricot because it's apricots and Scotch bonnets. So that's apricot. This is the only one I don't remember what it is. This is mystery. This is Dr. Finger's Mystery Mix number 3. And I don't know exactly what's in it. Now also, because I love my Scotch bonnet peppers so much, we're gonna be doing 3 other. Hold on a second. Sounds like it's like fireworks and shit going on outside. Oh no, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh. There's one more. I almost forgot. Passion of the Peach. So, I'm gonna mess around with these Scotch bonnet blends because these are just Scotch bonnet. Now remember I told you I made a complete, turn this down a little bit so y'all can hear what the fuck I'm saying. Remember I told you that I made a Scotch bonnet sauce, right? That was, I'm turning the music down. Now, remember I told you that I made a straight Scotch bonnet hot sauce, and there was a Scotch bonnet hot sauce in there. So I'm gonna go grab that one, and I'm gonna compare mine to that one. Hold on. Chicken finger. All right. Now, got my chicken fingers, or tenders. I cut them into pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh shit! Exactly the right amount of fucking chicken finger pieces. This is gonna be a long night. Well, let's go with their Scotch bonnet one the first time, like we did, like I did the last time. See if this one, like I said, it was good. I liked it, but I want to see how it compares to mine, which has no preservatives or stabilizers or anything like that. Now, obviously, I'm expecting a difference in thickness. This one is still good. I still like it. It's tangy. But I don't think that it captures the full flavor of the Scotch bonnet. Like I believe mine did. Now mine, it's called straight Scotch. Like I said, I keep little samples of them for this reason alone. So let's try a little bit of my Scotch bonnet hot sauce. Straight Scotch. Consistency is about the same. Color's different though. Now, they are somewhat similar, obviously, because they're both made of Scotch bonnets. The difference, the main difference that I taste off the rip is mine has a little bit more of a vinegar flavor. It's a little bit lighter. It's a little hotter. So, yeah. But like I said, they're both, in my opinion, great sauces. The only reason this one didn't make it to the front row, obviously, was the acetic acid and the citric acid and the sodium, blah, 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 and blah, 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 blah. Right? That's what we agreed to. Now, let's move on to the next Scotch hot sauce. Next one was one I made with butternut squash and Scotch bonnets. Obviously, the name of this one is butterscotch. Because why not? Nice thick consistency, as you can see. Woo! That one bites you. Tart, tangy, smooth. Bam. Now, the next one in the Scotch lineup is Bloody Scotch. Bloody Scotch is made with Bloody Scotch is made Bloody Scotch is made with blood oranges and Scotch bonnets. Blood oranges are like one of my favorite oranges. I love the color. Flavor. This one's got nice citrus flavor to it. Sweet and a little tart. It's definitely a good sauce for, you know, anybody who looks for a sauce that's light, tangy, and tart, a little bit of sweetness. Now the next one I have is Guava Bana Scotch. Now, Guava Bana Scotch, sun-brewed, fermented. I believe this one's a non-cook. I can tell you in 1 second. Yep, it's a non-cooked. Now this one is a very nice pink color. If anybody ever had the Sweet Fucking Misery, it's very close to that color. You definitely taste the banana. Definitely taste the banana, and then the guava, and then the Scotch bonnets. Now this one, not very hot. It's not very hot. It's I mean, it's definitely flavorful. It's very flavorful, but I would have to say that it's not one of my hottest sauces. In fact, I would say it's probably the mildest sauce I've made, which flavor-wise it's great, but It's mild. So I'm probably going to revisit that recipe and increase the heat on it. Me personally, I don't like mild hot sauce. I like the flavor. I don't like the mildness of it. So, you know, if you like, and you gotta remember, I've been eating hot ass noodles all day. So I might not be getting the full effect of it. I mean, I do feel it burning my tongue, but you know me, I'd like to be sweating by now. Now this one, I'm intrigued. It's apricot. Never used apricots before. I've never even eaten apricots. The closest thing to eating an apricot was a dried apricot or like apricot fucking fruit roll-ups. So apricot. It's interesting. Okay, apricot. I think the next one I want to try is Dr. Finger's Mystery Mix number 3. Oh, now this smells freaking delicious. Now I do know that it's either Scotch bonnets or scorpions or both. I lost the tag that had all the ingredients in it. I'm sorry. Scotch bonnets or scorpions or both. Bananas, blood oranges, carrots. Yellow carrots, actually. Something else. I can't remember. It's got a very nice reddish color, and it's thick. Take a look at that. Ooh. Now this one's got heat. This one comes out and says, hey, what's up? My name is Burn Your Mouth. Oh, hey, how you doing, Burn Your Mouth? My name's Omen. Are you really gonna burn my mouth? Yep, this one's a hot one. What was that one I just did? All of them. The mystery mix. Yeah, I cooked that one. See, I've noticed something. When I sun-brew and ferment and then cook, you still get all that flavor, but then you get a lot of heat. So, I gotta kind of bounce between the two. The two, I cooked some earlier, but my roommate was getting a little bit, I don't know if you want to call it nauseous from it, but it was affecting her, so I had to stop. So, let's move on. Oh, by the way, like I was saying, there's a few sauces that I made, that I'm not going to sell them. They're not going to be available for sale, but they will be available for 2-ounce sample size. Yeah, I know. You're probably like, well, what am I going to do with 2 ounces? You'll sample it, and then if you like it, you can order it, in a larger size. Another thing I'm thinking about doing is, because I have all these flavors, I can't expect somebody to want to buy 20 ounces of hot sauce. That's a little bit unreasonable. So, what I'm going to do is make them available, if you want, in 5-ounce bottles. And to make it worth shipping, you can pick 4 flavors. 4 flavors. 4 flavors for the same price that I was charging for, the big bottle. So rather than just having one flavor, all one flavor, you can try one of 20 flavors right now that I have. If you're a Scotch person, you can go with 4 Scotches. You want to just be surprised and say, hey, hit me with a mystery pack. I'll give you 4 of what I think. You tell me, hey, I like them hot, spicy. I like them with a whole bunch of this. But, since there's nobody asking questions or talking, I'm going to continue talking about what I'm talking about, which is hot sauce. I know I said there would be other things to talk about, but there's nobody else here. So I did open it with saying what I had to say, but we're going to do the hot sauce, which I got 5 more pieces left, so we're almost done with this. For those of you who are probably like, this guy and the fucking hot sauce. Now, the next one is El Dorado Gold. Eldorado's Gold. Now, Eldorado's Gold is a, I want to say it's a habanero. Yeah, it's an orange habanero, mandarin orange rutabaga hot sauce. And like I said, it's the first time that I have used rutabagas in hot sauces. I like the one that I tried earlier today, which was just rutabaga and red and orange habaneros. So I'm gonna try this one. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. The heat is, I would say, medium heat. It doesn't hit super hard or super fast, you know. Am I missing the sauce? Oh no, I have it right here. This one I made for, well, I didn't make it for, but this is when I kind of started with my, back when I was talking shit about people, and which I still do. And I came up with a hot sauce called the Nug Dropper. You know, it was kind of like a tribute to Drop Nugs Not Nukes for inviting me on the Double Burn show. This one is a thick sauce. Woo! That's citrus and tang. It's got a nice flavor. Don't remember what I made it with, but if I had to guess, I would say I taste kumquats and no, golden berries. Golden berry. It might be golden berries and kumquats, but I definitely taste golden berries in here. Now this one, which one is this one? Oh, this one is hot. This is hot. I think this is scorpions and rutabaga. I know it's, no, not, why do I keep saying fucking rutabaga? It's rhubarb. People, I didn't put rutabaga in shit. It's been rhubarb the whole fucking time. I've been saying rutabaga because, you know, they both start with root. But it's rhubarb, not rutabaga. I like that flavor. Now with some of the later ones, I went with oh my god, what did I go with? I went with red wine vinegar on some of these, and the special, the Mama Dearest and the Mama K, I use a very special vinegar with those. Very, very special. I'm gonna save the Shangos for last, considering the fact that the Shango, if I had to say what is the flag sauce, or what are the three main sauces? Because it seems like everybody's always got like their top three sauces. You know, they got they got a green one. Usually they'll have like a couple of reds. I have a green one, kind of blah 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 blah, kind of yesterday blah 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 blah, and it's good and it's hot, but I just don't use it on much of anything. Not that I don't like it. It's just in a big jar and it spills. I don't want to spill it. And it's not made with jalapenos. When I do a green sauce, I'll usually just use green versions of like a Scotch bonnet or ajicitos, perhaps, and maybe green Thai chilies. But green Thai chilies can be hot. So let's do this one first. This one is called Passion of the Peach. Whew. Passion of the Peach has... Is this Passion of the fucking Peach? Oh, this one... Wait, no, this one... I don't know which one is which anymore. I'm confused. Oh no, this one is the mystery mix. This one was... I'm sorry, people. This one was Blood of Chaos. This one's the mystery mix, because the mystery mix is extra thick. Ooh. Ooh, yeah. It's got a nice burn to it. Ooh. All right. I don't know how oh yeah, I messed up by taking the numbers off of one. So I got one. Whew. Now I'm getting hot. Now the last ones we got is this right here, which is the last specimen of Shango Sears. Last. And Passion of the Peach, which is passion fruits and Saturn peaches, which are these little flat peaches. They're interesting. So let's try some Passion of the Peach. Oh! Damn. That peach got passion, all right. Shit. And that's a straight ferment. That's not even cooked. Why are you so hot? Passion of the peach? Damn. Passion of the Peach is definitely a hot one. And I think it's orange habaneros as well. Maybe mixed with Scotch bonnet. Last specimen of Shango, which is a ferment sun-brewed Shango, no cook. Usually I cook the Shango, which is how it gets that really thick, sort of like teriyaki sauce consistency. This is a lot looser, but still thick, which is loose. Loose and thick. Mmm. But it's got that Shango flavor. Alright. Enough of the hot sauce now. Let's move on to something different. Let's just talk about some of the shit that I've been doing, right? I haven't had to be doing a whole bunch of stuff with graphic design or events, as far as like helping you plan them. The next event I'm actually thinking of planning is because I've connected with about there's 6 hot sauce companies within the area. I've connected with 3 of the 4 that are in this area, and we're actually planning something. We're thinking of doing sort of like a chili pepper hot sauce market / expo type of thing. Where basically what I'm trying to do, what I hope to do, is to start bringing the pepper growers together and bring the hot sauce makers together so that they can say, hey, pepper guy, what kind of peppers do you grow? I've been looking for these. And then that pepper guy can say, well, if you can get me the seeds, I can grow them. You know, start networking and talking and getting some things done. You know, because peppers are not just for hot sauce. You know, people cook with them. And if they have a bigger variety of peppers to cook with, well, just think about what I'm planning. I'm not going to tell you exactly what I'm planning, but, you know, it involves me doing what I usually do, which is whatever I feel like doing. I'm also working on a prototype for something that hopefully will change agriculture on a small scale for people who are looking to grow things that otherwise wouldn't grow in this climate, and also to speed up the growth rates and cycles of things that do already grow in this climate. So it's meant to kind of like shorten the amount of time it takes to grow stuff, or extend your growing period. So whereas maybe you might only be able to do one harvest, obviously, the system is meant to allow you to, let's say, set them up in a way that would allow you to have harvest and then another harvest, and then if you set it up right, you can continuously, let's just put it this way, it'll get to a point where you'll have a constant supply of food if you do it right, meaning you'll never not be harvesting. You get what I'm saying? Of course, it'll start off with the domino effect, but as it goes, it'll be like a freaking conveyor belt of produce, freshly grown, non-organic, but all natural, no fertilizers needed, no pesticides needed, no worry of contaminated soil. See, a lot of people don't think about the fact that, you know, everything may look good above the surface. Everything always looks good on the surface. But what's below that surface? You know, that ground that you're growing in could have had chemicals dumped in it. It could be bad. You know, there could be a high amount of nitrogen or maybe too much ammonium, something. It could be, there's a number of things that could be going on in the soil that you're not able to control. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't know where the water, if there's an underwater water supply or what have you. So what I'm looking to do is make it possible for people to create enclosed environments for which they can grow. I mean, that's pretty much the idea. I mean, obviously there's a lot of technical shit and, you know, other things that go into it. So I can't and won't share those details with you because, like I said, I still have to make the prototype. I still have to build it. And I still have to, like, tweak it. Now, there are a few people that know the idea and actually have the drawings and the sketches and the measurements and all the stuff, the technical shit. Because they're actually people who are in the agriculture field. So who better to see if I know it can be built. That much I know. That part's not the hard part. The hard part is getting all the parts to work. So see, I've already got somebody working on a hydroponic system. Somebody showed me what I could use for another component. I'm gonna build the basic frame of it, frame it out, and then all these things are gonna come together. And what's gonna happen is we're gonna make it easier for people to feed themselves, so that as inflation goes up, well, guess what? If you are growing locally, you can just drive to the local market and get your shit. Just like it used to be back in the day. You see, when grocery stores are thinking about paying these ass high prices, they can just look in their local area and say, hey guys, I heard you're growing fruits. And they can decide to either sell it to the grocery stores or sell them directly to the people. You know what I'm saying? Set up an outdoor open air market. Avoid all the bullshit legalities of, hey, you want to make money? Well, we want to make money off of your money because we're just greedy sacks of shit. Nope, we're going to cut that shit out, people. We got to cut that shit out. Because look at them now, increasing the prices of things because people don't want to go back to work. Don't you think it's a tactic? And then when they give you all this money to go back to work with, what's going to happen? You're going to spend it at work or someplace close to work, because by the time you get home to your neighborhoods, most of your stores will be closed, or you just won't want to go in there and deal with it. Then you'll think, oh, these prices are high. But very seldom do you see the prices in the store go up, because they're pricing it about usually as low as they can to make their money back. And a lot of people don't understand is you're going to buy this shit retail, and then you try to sell it retail. You know, so basically a convenience store is only convenient because if you don't have a car to get to the place that they bought it from, well then that's what they're charging. They're charging for the ride to go here. Because most neighborhood stores are kind of the same exact shit that you find in the grocery stores or BJ's, which bothers me. If I wanted that, I'd go to BJ's. So that's one of the things that I love about the markets that around here is like the little Dominican market. I don't be seeing shit in that Dominican market at Market Basket, except for maybe a couple of different bottles of hot sauce. That Market Basket just so happens to carry. Some of these hot sauces I've never even seen in Stop and Shop or Walmart. Definitely not Walmart. So when you're thinking local, when you're thinking small business, or thinking helping out businesses, think about, you know, going to the shops that actually buy stuff from local manufacturers, or at least small businesses. Because small businesses, when the pandemic goes and they say, oh, non-essential, go home. Well, if you're in your community, they can't shut your community down, technically. You know what I'm saying? They can tell you can't open up your doors, but if these people know you and you know them and you're in the community, what are they gonna do? Stop you? No, they can't. It's America, people. They can't just stop you from doing anything unless it's against the law. And we should be very demanding that they follow the same fucking rules they tell us to follow. How is it that when things don't work their way, they just change the rules? Doesn't that seem a bit odd? We don't get to do that. Oh, I don't like that. I can't drive 65 miles per hour here. It's not 65 here, officer. It's 70. No, but the sign says 65. Well, I don't like that it's 65, so I decided to make it 70. For me. You can go pull over the guy over there because he's probably supposed to be doing the 65 limit. I'm going to do 70. No, you can't do that. It doesn't make sense. Because then everybody else falls out of whack, because then people start wondering, well, he didn't have to go 65. Why do I have to go 65? And therein begins the problem. The problem of everybody wanting what somebody else doesn't have. Or just fair treatment. But, you know, let's just be careful, people. Like, before you go crazy buying all this stuff that they're high pricing, think about why they're high pricing it. The supply chain isn't working? Really? When did it stop? As far as I know, people have been ordering shit left and right. I see UPS, I see FedEx, I see the mailman. So, what do you mean they don't have it? Who doesn't have it? They don't have microchips? Well, start making microchips in this country. See, this is why the supply chain is broken, people. There's two reasons. A, so they can charge you more. But B, because there's not enough of it being made here. And why do we have to wait for their supply? Do you really want to shop with Amazon, people? Go ahead. You think he made like $1 trillion this year and paid no federal income tax? None. How'd that happen? Like, how does it even happen? Oh, that's right. Because corporations, these guys will pay themselves these itty-bitty salaries, but then what they do is have all the stock. They own the majority of the stock. So they're not being taxed on that. They're being taxed on the salaries they take. So when you hear a fucking rich-ass dude is like, well, I only take $150,000 salary, ask him how much of the stock in the company he owns as well, because he's not just taking $75,000 a year out of a multi-billion-dollar company and not making billions. No, he just makes his billions without having to pay tax on it somehow. Which, if they were to pay 1%, like they have to really go into this tax bracket and change it. And I know what people are saying. Well, why should people have to pay for other people? You're gonna pay for them one way or another. That's the point. You're going to. So either you can pay for them because you're willing to shop in a community business, or shop local businesses, or shop small businesses, which then keeps small businesses in business. maybe the prices are a little bit higher, but think about it. If it's a product made here, then you can actually say something to the person. And I know me, being a community person myself and actually making something that the community may or may not consume, I have to make sure that my shit is up to snuff. Because guess what? I walk around out here, so you know if I'm giving people garbage ass fucking shit, they gonna see me. You feel what I'm saying? Like, they gonna see me and they're gonna see me. Like, yo. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck was that whack ass shit? But at the same token, what I'm saying is, don't let the fear of failure discourage you from trying. You know? Try. Everybody has a talent or something that they're good at or great at. You've just been locked into the one track that they want you to follow for all these years. They gave us a year where we couldn't even go to work. And some of us decided, like myself, I'm not going back. Yeah, there's a lot of uncertainty with being employed for yourself. A lot of it. Number one, it's not all it's cracked up to be. And I'm not telling anybody anything that they don't probably already know, but it is a difficult thing because you're either always working or you're always working. It's your business. You don't take a day off. I know a lot of times people say, well, I know to me, a lot of times people are saying, well, what do you do? I don't ever see you doing anything. You're always on your phone. Yes. Because everything is either on my phone or on this computer. They're both Apple, so it's like, if I'm not on the computer, then it just transfers to my phone and I work on it there. But I'm always doing something, whether it be music or doing something with the hot sauces, coming up with names, sourcing ingredients, trying to make connections for shipping lanes so that we can create a supply chain, one that's not dependent upon theirs. Because if we have to depend on them, then we're at their mercy. And the one thing that sucks about produce, which is why I'm trying to set up so many different operations in so many different states, is I don't want to run out of choice peppers. I don't want to have to go to the market and be like, I don't have my white mood with scorpions, now I gotta go over here. So just know that after this year, if I planted 20 plants this year, next year I'm planting 120. The year after that, 2,020. The year after that, I don't know. I'm not even sure. But it is about 10 o'clock, folks. And you know at 10 o'clock I hop off, relax, take an hour to just go over emails, and get ready to be onslaughted by people who are in a much different time zone. I'll probably be up tonight until 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, just like last night. I'm always up until about 4 or 5 now. But it's not because I can't sleep, it's because I don't have time to sleep. I gotta do my work. And doing my work means, excuse me, I gotta get up and go get that. Doing my work means no sleeping. So, you know, I wanna thank everybody who joined me for Primetime Omen. It would have been nice if somebody would have came up with a topic besides the ones that I want to talk about. But if you guys don't mind listening to what I talk about, then that's cool. I'm trying to make it a little bit more interactive now. So, you know, if you're here and you're new, feel free to leave comments suggesting maybe topics to speak of. You know what I'm saying? If you enjoyed the show, a like would be nice. If you didn't, like I said, there's comments. Tell me how to make it better. Or don't. Have a good night, folks. I'll catch you late tonight on Late Night